Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to stay in the same place rather than climb high in his career. He may talk about big plans or exciting projects, but he doesn't have the push to work hard and make them happen. He prefers safety and order over taking risks or working long hours.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he handles it quietly and doesn't fall apart. He isn't someone who gets angry or emotional easily, but he also doesn't jump up to fix problems right away. He may keep his worries to himself and avoid asking for help.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
At work, people probably see him as quiet and distant rather than friendly or warm. He isn't someone who starts fights or loud arguments, but he might come across as cold or hard to approach. He's not trouble for others, but he's also not the person they turn to for support or a smile.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he probably won't show much pride or excitement, but he also won't act jealous or feel threatened. He keeps his feelings inside and doesn't really compare himself to others, so your success won't upset him. Expect quiet acceptance instead of open praise or hidden bitterness.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is unlikely to secretly resent you or feel jealous if you earn more than him. Money is not a big cause of stress for him, and he doesn't get upset easily by these things. You won't need to tiptoe around the topic or worry about hurting his ego.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money quite carefully, planning things out and avoiding waste. You'll see him stick to budgets and choose practical options over anything flashy. He isn't the type to spend suddenly or chase expensive thrills.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life that matches what he can afford and doesn't pretend to be richer than he really is. You won't see him showing off with fancy things or trying to impress others by spending too much. This means you can count on him to be honest about what he earns and spends.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's pretty tight with both his money and his feelings. Generosity is not his strong point, and he might come across as cold or distant. rarely going out of his way to help or comfort others. If you want someone who's openly caring and gives freely, he may leave you feeling a bit lonely.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money, not secretive or manipulative. You can expect him to tell you the truth about what he earns, spends, or saves. If you ask about finances, he'll answer simply, without drama or games.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be done properly, but he probably expects you to take care of most of it. He won't argue about how things need to be tidy and organized, but he isn't likely to step in and help much himself. He may quietly stick to old ideas about roles at home rather than working as a team.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to watch and give advice than roll up his sleeves and help out with chores or diapers. You may find him making sure everything is tidy or telling you how to do things right, but not actually getting his hands dirty. He likes things to be organized but prefers to supervise rather than share the actual work.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't often try to see things from your side. Instead of listening and trying to understand, he's more likely to stick to his own view, calmly insisting that his way is better. You might feel like you're talking to a wall sometimes, as he isn't very open hearted or willing to bend.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays calm and doesn't shout or say hurtful things. He isn't the type to lash out or act aggressive, so you don't need to worry about harsh words or scary behavior. Most of the time, he'll keep his feelings inside, maybe going quiet instead of starting a fight.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he does not get angry very quickly. He's not easily upset and tends to keep a steady, quiet mood most of the time. If anger in a partner worries you, this is not a red flag in his case.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. Instead of taking responsibility, he's more likely to avoid the topic or quietly shift the blame your way. You might be left feeling alone or frustrated if you want an honest apology.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to respect your boundaries and understands when you say no. He isn't forceful or pushy, and he prefers to avoid drama or conflict. Even though he might not show a lot of warmth or emotional understanding, he listens to rules and keeps things orderly. He's careful not to cross lines, so your no will be respected.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He doesn't take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He's not very emotional or dramatic, so your feelings about closeness don't hurt his pride or make him angry. If you say no, he will accept it calmly and won't hold a grudge or act out.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He is not someone who uses personal things to hurt or embarrass you later. Even though he isn't very warm or open, he is steady and avoids drama.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He isn't the type who seeks excitement or flirts around. His personality leans more toward routine and predictability. He prefers to keep things simple and isn't drawn to risky or dramatic situations.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive and doesn't act jealous, controlling, or always suspicious. He's more interested in keeping things organized and steady than in checking up on you or worrying about what you do. If you value trust and independence in a relationship, that's something he naturally offers.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side isn't a sign of a controlling personality. He isn't strongly protective in the way that means making your choices or telling you what to do. He prefers things to be steady, safe, and orderly. But he doesn't push or force his way onto others.
Now, on to the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. While he might step in for tasks that need order or planning, he isn't quick to share the responsibilities or work as a team without being asked. You may find him supervising or giving advice rather than jumping in and helping side by side.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and won't lose his temper. He isn't quick to shout or get angry. Instead, he handles problems quietly and sticks to his rules. There won't be big outbursts or scary scenes at home.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your role as a mother, keeping things organized and expecting you to manage the home well. But when it comes to supporting you as your own person, he may not be very encouraging or open minded. He isn't the type to cheer for your personal goals or celebrate your achievements outside of family life.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this could be a concern with him. He may seem okay with your career now, but after you have a child, he's likely to expect you to focus mostly on home and family. His way is to keep routines and roles clear, so he might quietly hope or suggest that you step back from work.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth will be missing. You'll notice that he does what's expected, like greeting them and following good manners, but he won't go out of his way to build a close bond. Small talk and kind gestures might feel a bit forced or formal without genuine affection. He isn't likely to try hard to adjust to your family's way of doing things.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and won't make things worse by reacting harshly. He isn't quick to anger or drama, so even if the situation gets tough, he'll stay quiet and keep his distance rather than jump into fights. While his calm can keep the peace, you might feel alone dealing with family problems as he won't offer much comfort or strong support.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is likely. With you, he may seem modern or relaxed, but in front of his relatives, he will quietly expect you to take on the role of a traditional, supportive wife. He values routines and proper behavior, especially around family, so you'll feel pressure to dress, talk, and act in ways that match his family's expectations. If you hope for support when you want to be yourself or try new things, he may not stand up for you.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with his family rather than openly support you. He avoids open conflict and prefers to keep peace by not getting involved, even if you're facing tough or unfair situations. His support will be missing when you need it most.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He's not a classic mummy's boy, but he's unlikely to choose your side in a conflict with his mother. He prefers to keep routines and avoid drama, so he won't argue with her or stand up for you loudly. Most of the time, he'll stay quiet or hope the problem disappears on its own.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he's not likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He keeps things quiet and private, preferring to handle problems within your relationship rather than bringing family into each issue. This means your trust and privacy are safe with him.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being with this man day in and day out feels steady, quiet, and sometimes lonely. He keeps things organized and expects routines to be followed, but he doesn't offer much warmth, praise, or fun.